The Knicks are some real hoes. Hit that rock. Before we get started, make sure to hit like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit the dark notification bell to get each and every notification for each and every video. It's your boy Gmo Legion Knicks. Let's get it. First and foremost, salute to everybody who came out. We want to just give a shout out to other people who came out to support the podcast, watch the game with us. Unfortunately, it should have been a fun situation, but the Knicks put in an absolute stinker, man. So salute to Shaz, salute to Bass, salute to both Brandon, salute to my cousin Ben, salute to I hope I don't forget anybody. Derek, salute to Priyanka, even though she's there for another game. Salute to freaking Ace of Kings, my guy, and the man, the myth, the legend. White Mike was in the building. Salute to White Mike, man. White Mike throwing jokes at White Mike all night, man. He's as they say, he's a good shit, as they say, man. He's a great guy, man. Salute to White Mike, man. Coming out and support. This guy works to the bone. Dude was tired, still came out to support, had mad energy, man. So that's love, man. I appreciate you guys for coming out, man. Legends was fun up until the third quarter. But let's talk about it. The New York Knicks put up an absolute stinker, 127 to 102 in game 5 against the Boston Celtics. Just an absolute show. The worst game you can ask for any so-called team looking to get to the ECF for the first time since 1999 to play against a team that's literally without Jason Tatum, their best player. Now, funny enough, you would think that, they'd be struggling. But, again, they went 8-2 against teams this regular season without Jason Tatum. Now, mind you, some of those teams were trash. The only good team they probably played were the Detroit Pistons. I believe they played them twice during that stretch. So I wouldn't sit up here and say that, they had a great showing without Jason Tatum, but they should not have beat the Knicks. Luke Cornett, bum-ass Luke Cornett, who used to get dunked on with the Knicks. I don't care if he's a rookie. I don't care about none of that. Your man had 7 blocks, looking like the freaking Oregon Dikembe Mutombo out there, bro. That was disgusting. And I don't want to get into the conspiracy theories with the refs and the calls, man. But look, man, if y'all wanted to go to MSG or whatever, look, Adam said, we know the games y'all play, bro. We get it. But this is embarrassing at this point. What y'all did with those refs were terrible, man. We played 5-0-8 yesterday, or in game 5. You had your man Jalen Brunson get 5 fouls. 5 fouls in the third quarter. Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? The last foul he got kneed in his groin by Jaylen Brown, who's really active with a lot of groins in game 5. If you know what I mean, grabbing Josh Hart's groin. Shannon Hart, you good with that? You good with someone else trying to take your man? Jaylen Brown, I know you at them Diddy parties. So we know how you say, hey. You know how you were getting down. I don't care what no one says. I got respect for your game, bro. But you grabbing man's kids out there, bro. You got to stoop to that level to win. You got to, Mr. I can get to the basket every time. You got to use your hands, not just to get off the defender, but to get on the defender. Son, fix your life, bro. Yeah, man. First of all, let me not even get on you, Jaylen Brown. That's supposed to be on the refs. Tony Brothers with those stupid ass eyebrows, like, yo, bro, like, what app are you using? Like, did you get catfished and convinced into growing those ugly ass eyebrows, bro? What's wrong with you? No one thinks those are cool. You meant to, yeah, back in the day, I went to school to try to be a judge, and I couldn't get into any schools, and my mom knew somebody. I wonder why. You couldn't get into the preferred school, that you want to go to initially. I wonder why. Absolute shit show by the refs. Absolute shit show. But here's the thing. The Knicks, we did it on ourselves. Now, granted, at the end of the day, the Knicks still have 2 more games. 1 game at home. We should be able to close this out. And again, in NBA history, only 13 teams have come back from a 3-1 deficit. I believe the last time a championship level team did that was, the Cleveland Cavaliers back in 2016. But this should not be. Look, this is not a team you should be giving up 22 threes to, especially without Jason Tatum. They shot 49 threes in game 5, hit 22 of them. That's embarrassing. We're gonna talk about Just how perplexingly bad, if that's the word, how bad the defense was. Uncharacteristic to the point. I think the Knicks want to try to take this back home, which I think is dangerous. Why even play around with that? Why mess around with games? The Knicks do not have a killer instinct. We're not a serious team. I know we might get to the ECF, might get to the finals. We're not showing that we're a serious team. Serious teams, they up 3-1, we out. And they're missing their best player, their MVP candidate player. We out. Let's get out of here. Let's finish this off. Luke Cornett had 7 blocks. The dude who used to get dunked on when he was on the Knicks looked like the freak. Yo, come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, son. What are we doing here? Even J.D. Davison with his ugly ass shot, looking like one of the Wild Thornberry kids from Nickelodeon. Your man is hitting threes on us. I know it's at the end of the game, but still, him? Let's get to it. So let's start here. Let's start the defense. The Knicks gave up 22 3-pointers against the Boston Tatumless Celtics on just some of the most bizarre defense. You can't even call it lazy. I don't know what the hell this is. You know what? I'm being my conspiracy theory-ish. They played this so they could bring it back to New York. I'm telling you, if I see a vastly improved defense in game 6, like we saw in game 1, like we saw in game 2, in terms of rotations are being made, guys are fighting over the screens, guys are not even fighting over the screens, guys are switching. You see some hedging at times, but mostly switching. Like, if I see that, bro, then we have to start questioning the league as a whole, because this is I'm telling you, the defense you see here is terrible. Now, granted, here's examples: a Spain pick and roll. Cornett was initial screener. Then you got Peyton Pritchard, freaking Eminem 8 Mile roadhead ass dude over here, setting the screen or being the screener of the screener in the Spain pick and roll. And just the way the Knicks played the Spain pick and roll was absolutely disgusting. Made absolutely no sense. Now, what you typically do in a Spain pick and roll, right, just because of the creativity of the play in itself and how you get caught if you're not aware, you're supposed to provide some hedging. The guy who's defending the screener, the stack screener, is supposed to kind of like hedge and help a little bit and then play the roller if he's open. But essentially, there's a lot of hedging, or a decent amount of hedging. You plug and control and defend the passing lanes, to basically try to control all the action, right? You try to neutralize, you try to send a man in the middle as well too, not all costs, but you try to put somebody in the middle to basically prevent all the passing lanes, right? So just to illustrate it here, because this just doesn't make any sense. Again, Luke Cornett, who all of a sudden became freaking the white, freaking Iowa Dikembe Mutombo over here with his 7 bum ass blocks. You got freaking him rolling to the basket, Payne Pritchard setting the screen. Now, here's what's annoying. This nincompoop, this buffoon of a man, this big ass doofy over here. Cat, why is my freaking thing not showing you a circle? This big ass doofy over here, Cat, he's only really supposed to hedge. And the thing about Cat is that he's not aware. Look at his eyes. He's just dumb. Yo, son, this dude types slow. Talented as all heck. You should be seeing McCall got over the screen. So he's either dumb or he's lazy. You supposed to get back on your man. Now, granted, Payne Pritchard is going to set the screen, but then that's where freaking then Brunson is supposed to come in and cover that middle, right? And obviously, you don't want Luke Cornett against Brunson, but Luke Cornett doesn't have skills like that, right? So he probably gets stopped here. Brunson's supposed to come in and get Luke Cornett on the road to the basket. Then you have Cat kind of sag off and get back on Payne Pritchard, and Mikal Bridges sees him getting over the screen. Just hold it down so Mikal can get over, and bam, you neutralize the Spain pick and roll. And if Cornett was trying to put up against Brunson, you have 2 taggers. Josh could help out, even though he's on the further side from Luke Cornett on the roll. But you also have OG Anunoby, that if he gets here into the middle, you have your man Brunson come and meet him in the paint. You have OG who can help out. Now, granted, Jalen Brown's out there. You can hit the 3. But again, you don't want easy baskets. You want to kind of make Luke Cornett work. And if that means he has to kick it back out to Jalen Brown, you have OG to kind of kick back out and make a closeout on Jalen Brown. But essentially, don't give up any easy baskets. What do Knicks do? eat absolute vein on this play, bro. Look at this absolute garbage of a play. Look at this. Look at this. Look at these three nincompoops. How do you how all three of y'all idiots stuck in the middle? All the things that Tom Thibodeau's taught you on defense, this is failure in execution right here. Three guys, three stupid dogs stuck here against Derek White. So now Josh is going to be, what the hell do I do here? Do I help out? You got OG also thinking the same thing. Do I creep in and help out Cornette? And of course, OG has to now come in, help out. Now, granted, OG would have helped out probably regardless if Brunson made that switch onto a rolling Cornette. But then you'd have Brunson and Cornette. If Cornette kicks it back out, OG's probably helping out a little bit. Maybe he deflects the pass. Maybe the pass comes off a little slow to Jalen Brunson. But at least now he's a little bit closer to Jalen Brown, to close out in the corner. But now he has to do all the dirty work by himself, and you can't expect him to go out there and defend Jalen Brown back on the outside. It's like, all right, just shoot the freaking ball, bro. I'm not even going to go out there. Jalen Brown, basically a free throw from all that time on the clock. Easy. Again, just absolutely pathetic display of defense by this Knicks squad because they wanted to come back home and play in MSG. This is why y'all got to stop talking about Dominican-ness, tough, Washington Heights. Yo, bro, Cat is not of that. That's not him. Yes, he's Dominican, but it's not even Aventura. Romeo Santos is more tougher than Cat, bro. Like, son, bro, what is with this dude, son? What is with this guy? Y'all gonna see another bad defensive play here by the Knicks. Look at this. McCall is screaming. He's screaming at? He wants somebody to make the switch to KP. He's saying, yo, who got KP? That's not my guy. Even though at this point, I would just pick him up. But look at this. Cat's man here. So your man is furthest away from here. And I think Cat was supposed to be the guy to catch KP coming down. Right? Side's supposed to be the guy, right? Cat leaving everybody in just a weird disarray. McCall is supposed to most likely be on Derek White. And he's like, yo, that's not... Who got KP? I can't pick up KP. That's not my guy. And then freaking Josh is like, oh, okay, somebody got to help out. You screaming at me? You telling me... Not screaming, but you telling me to go and help out? All right, I'll go help out. Just look at how bro, son. Your man Cat, son. Yo, bro. I know this dude don't eat no queso frito, no salchichon, no pernil, none of that, son. None of that, bro. Your man was eating filet mignons and freaking... Son, oh my gosh, this dude is so annoying, bro. So annoying. Look at this. Your man gets stuck in the middle. Derek White again is in the corner. Because he missed KP down, the play is all broken up. Now, Mikal Bridges was right in saying, yo, who got who? But Cat was supposed to have been there. At this point, I would have just said, no, I can't. Stay. That's another thing. When we talk about Cat and his lack of leadership, is also he's not decisive. How many times you see him actually speak out on defense? It's not as if he can't play defense. Like I said in the previous video, if Cat actually devotes himself on defense like he has, when you saw him playing up on the screens against the Pistons and even against the Celtics in certain games, when you see him do that, it's like, yo, so you know how to do it. You a D-head, son, because you know how to do it. You know how to. You just don't want to do it. It's not like you're incapable. You are capable. You just don't want to do it. And that's what I'm talking about with him. He's supposed to be screaming at McCall saying, yo, just switch. I messed up. Just cover for me. And y'all know KP likes to pick and pop anyway. So KP's going to pick and pop versus pick and roll to the basket. It's not going to be is most likely not going to be a threat when you look at the probabilities and what KP likes to run off of screens. So just take him. But you know what this guy's doing? He's going to run all the way from Bangladesh to freaking Crown Heights to go in and guard up on a play that's the furthest away from him with Derek White, deadly Derek White from outside in the corner. Your man Cat he's annoying, bro. Look at this goofy ass. You were supposed to tell McCall just step up and take what's her name? Just step up and help with KP. Look at this. Josh Hart tagging in on the drive by Jalen Brown. So your man got two options wide open. All because of this guy. All because of this freaking pendejo over here, bro. All because of this freaking encourage you mother F. Jalen Brown easily. You got three guys against the amigos. The three dumbateers over here. Even though let me not call them all dumb. This is really just on this special one over here. This guy Cat. Just look how much he ruined the play. Again, easy pass out Derek White. You already know what Brainiac Head is gonna do. Easy, bro. Again, just watch what Cat not picking up his man, not being aware. This is the beginning of the game, y'all. Cat not being aware. Your man's slow. Look at him. McCow's like, yo, get your man. Doesn't pick him up. Now everybody's gonna go and get the man that was gonna pop to the outside anyway. And Derek White's open for the three, bro. Son. Oh my God. I know Giannis wouldn't do that. Now, people have been complaining about the lack of threes that Cat has been taking throughout the series or making, essentially. He went 1 for 3 in Game 5 against the Celtics. Here's the thing, because these analytic nerds just get on my fucking nerves. It's not that Cat has to sit up there and take threes to be effective. He doesn't. If it's not within the rhythm of the play, if it doesn't make sense, don't take the three. But a lot of these stat nerds, even when Cat was having good games in the regular season, oh my gosh, well, he had 28 points, but that'd be nice. He needs to hit more three. No, he doesn't. That whole idea about him having to chuck up threes is one of the reasons why he was not as effective despite these surface level numbers. He was not as effective as he should have been with the freaking Timberwolves. Because in his head, and he had an interview where he's like, hey, well, you need to attack the basket, or being opposed to be more physical. He's like, I tried to be. No, bro. Someone gotta get a cattle prod and just shock this dude. Like, yo, wake up. Wake up. Is anything serious to you? Do you have a fire in you? You don't need to be taking these soft-ass threes. Now, granted, there are good threes that he can take. And when it's within the rhythm of the offense, where he's wide on the top of the key, when Brunson's driving to the basket, creating gravity, and you have a Cat wide open at the top of the key, I 100% agree. Here's one example. A great example here. Jalen Brunson drives off the handoff from Josh Hart. Little handoff screen by Josh Hart, and Cornet's not even playing up on him to catch the Celtics in confusion. Cornet was playing on Cat. Now he's trying to follow Josh Hart to the rim. Al Horford is on that freaking Metamucil geriatric flow right now, so he's lost. And easy, Jalen Brunson sees Cat wide open. You love these threes. If Cat misses this, you'd be like, damn, you never caught a bad shot. That is a great look. That is in the flow of the offense. That's catching the Celtics off guard. That's Jalen Brunson using his gravity. That's Josh Hart rolling to the basket. Everything kosher. Everything beautiful. Now let's look at your man over here, slow-mo in the brain over here, bro. First of all, look at the time on the clock. 21 seconds, right? Or when he gets up, around he gets, well, I think it's like 18 seconds, right? Mikal Bridges trying to do some transition. Celtics get back. You have a 2-on-3 situation, essentially, not really doing much of anything to get to Cat. This is why I get mad at Cat. The guy's talented. He doesn't understand the game of basketball. Low IQ player. I'm not even going to say mid. Everything I've seen him in terms of proving from regular season, that's Tom Thibodeau. That's the coaching staff, the players around him. Cat is a slow player. He's not a smart guy. Talented, top 5 talented player in the league still, I say that. When he's on his deans, who can stay in front of him? One of the best shooting bigs of all time. Very low IQ player. In his head is a video game. It's 2K. It's Mario Kart in his head every time on the court, bro. In what place on God's green, beautiful earth, with 20 seconds left on the shot clock, no one here to rebound yet. You don't have Mitch down here to rebound. That you take a 3 versus Derek White, who you should have been, yo, guys, clear it out. Let me post up this guy. Mind you, this is a guy that got 3 fouls in the second quarter. And I believe that was his 3rd foul, as you're going to see here. So at this point, he had 2 fouls. Didn't post himself at the rim. Didn't try to get them into foul trouble. Again, They got Luke Cornett. I don't even think Luke Cornett was on the floor at this point. Look at this. Just stupid. Just dumb. Why would you take that shot? Nothing in the context of this play said, yo, take that shot. Jokic would have faked it. Drove to the basket, the slow post up, kick it out to a cutter underneath, kick it out to the outside guy. Cat. This is cat for you. Look at this. Idiotic. He didn't even have space. He just wanted to chuck it up. And if he hit the shot, he would have been giving kisses and blows to the TD Garden. Oh, man. Brunson can do his thing. That's what dreams are made of. You. I want to be respectful, man. I want to be respectful. But your man, bro, you can't account for being stupid anymore in the league. You've been in the league. You're a veteran now. You're well into your veteran years. You're well into your veteran years, bro. You're well into your veteran years. You're supposed to be the OG almost. Look at this doofy ass. In a game where guys are counting on you. You're the best offensive player. This is why Jalen Brunson be going through it, bro. Jalen Brunson needs to rest. Like I said, when Mikal Bridges did what he did in the fourth quarter, game 3 was it, or game 4? That I said, oh, finally we have a number 2 player to execute late in games. To at least not late in games, but start the fourth quarter. At least give Jalen Brunson some rest. That should be cat. But you can't trust this dude. People arguing me when we first made the trade. I'm not sitting up here. I'm not gonna complain. Oh, Randall. These were my fears with Cat. He's a low IQ player. Again, game 6. I think 2-3 years ago. Timberwolves versus Grizzlies. Triple J got 5 fouls. Wolves down by 4 with 2 minutes left to go. Anthony Edwards bringing up the ball. Your man Cat literally shoots a shot with like 17, 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Just like this. They missed the shot. They never had a chance again. Triple J had 5 fouls. If this was high school, I would have benched Cat for the rest of the game. You're not going to attack Triple J. You're not going to get your ass in the paint and get their best rim defender out the game so then now it just becomes easier even with 2 minutes left. Sometimes Tom Thibodeau allows these guys way too much leeway to make big-time decisions. And I know he likes to trust his best players, but at this point, I would rather the ball be in OG, Mikal's hands in critical situations than Cat. This is extremely stupid. This is not even, hey, I'm open in transition, let me take the shot. This is not even, let me try to attack the basket, let me try to make a dunk, let me try to be physical with the rim defender nearby, which is not a smart play. This is even when a kid says, hey, teacher, I got a stupid question. What's this blah, blah, blah? And you be like, yeah, you know what, kid? Look, I got love for you, but that was a dumb question. That was stupid. I ain't gonna lie. I know you're only 5 years old, but even that was a dumb. You're supposed to know that by now. Why am I attacking the kids? Anyway, this is like, bro, son. This guy's making Giannis look like a better option, bro. I'm just saying. People say play him with Giannis. Look at his dumb ass. He's looking like, oh, that's what dreams are made of. Oh, golly, son. Yo. What's with this man's mentals? Stupid. Even Mitchell Robinson's looking like, yo, you're dumbass, bro. I know I can't catch a basketball, but you are beyond dumb, son. You took that shot, bro. Beyond dumb. Mind you, in a game where Mitchell Robinson hit a whole bunch of free throws, we wasted it for plays like this. Last play by Cat, man. This guy just gets on my freaking nerves. Here's what I talk about his laziness. When people talk about, oh, he has to take more 3-point shots, he doesn't do enough work on the floor. I've seen Huck Purdy set more impactful screens. Like in terms of his thinking of, as soon as a point guard's coming out, I'm going to set a screen. He didn't get space, I'm going to set another screen. Oh, he's coming out, I'm going to set a rescreen. Oh, he's coming closer, but I'm going to set a Gortat screen. And Cat and Brunson used to have the best 2-man game in the NBA at one point in the regular season. I don't know exactly where they ended. I'm pretty sure they're still top 10. somewhere, but I'm pretty sure they've fallen off in that number one spot. Here's Cat right now. So you have the handoff back to Brunson. And this is why I like this play, because Josh Hart is looking, right? Gets it back, gets the ball up top, right? And Brunson cuts down underneath. Now, let me fast forward this a little bit. Brunson, hold up, let me get it right here. So Brunson could have made a harder cut to the basket just to clear out a tiny bit more. But as Jalen Brown here is on Brunson, what do you think Cat should have been doing? I'll let you guys a few seconds. Anyway, Cat easily, this dumb, just bizarro Will Smith looking ass, this dude could have literally rubbed off the screen from Brunson. Pause. It's not even really a screen, but it's just that there's a body in the way. I would rub off that the player in the way, get the handoff from Josh, who I think Josh is looking at him like, yo, come and get the ball. And several times in this series, in this playoffs, players are like, yo, Cat, come and get the pass. Lift to the wing. Man, he's like, nah, I'll just stay here. You take one of those dumbass shots against the Pistons where he just got the ball and just shot the shot versus coming to get the ball closer from Macau. When Macau's telling him, like, come and get the ball. Actually, I think Macau was about to set a down screen for him. Was telling him to come around Macau and get the ball from up top. Forgetting who exactly. But Cat is a lazy player. Yeah, you don't take the game of basketball serious. He's talented as all hell. Now, I'm not saying he's fat or he's a drug. I'm not saying any of that, right? But he's a lazy player mentally. He just wants the game to come to him and just, enjoy the sport. Like, he just wants the accolades and acclaim of people. Hey, Cat, yeah, whoa, great game, Cat. Game of margins, my guy. You see what Jalen Brown is doing. You see Jalen Brunson, a gravity guy, getting two of these defenders to basically be around him. And Jalen Brown just recovers easy. Your man Cat literally could have ran off that Jalen Brunson, come and get the handoff from your man Josh. What does this nincompoop do? Takes another contested three with about 7 seconds left. Now, if your man came around and took the screen, or not the screen, but again, just played off of Jalen Brunson and made that quick. Because look, Jalen Brown's looking at Jalen Brunson, just hand him off to Drew Holiday. That's where the confusion and chaos that benefits you comes into play. Again, Cat comes and gets this handoff. Josh would then set a screen. Josh easy would set a handoff screen on Jalen Brown. Jalen Brown tries to blow it up. Maybe they call a foul. Tony Brothers ignominious eyebrows. I don't even know if that's the right word. I just said it because it sounded fitting. If he comes off and he will literally have Josh can make the screen well enough, he'd have an open three. Right at the wing if you want to shoot the three. KB's been playing sagging off and playing drop back for most of the series. KB's doesn't want to play in space. He wants to play close to the rim. And this is what this is how you're supposed to be thinking. Cat can't think like that, bro. So bro, this dude is off. Talented as all heck. Lazy player. And when you need him, bro, you can never depend on Cat. Never for a big game. I've watched him for all his career. Never depend on Cat for a big game. You better have a plan A, B, C. And then have him there for the Tinker Tate. He could clean up the floor afterwards and say, hey, guys, I got 24 points, right? That's what Dream made of. Man, shut your stupid ass. Now, the last play I want to go over, man, we could talk about so many things in that game, but it was just so bad. I just can't believe the Knicks played this bad. Now, we could talk about ISO play and all that stuff. That's part of our offense. But this was bad. OG Anunoby's been eating straight Ghanaian jollof rice. Because everybody knows Ghanaian jollof rice is trash. But your man OG Anunoby's been playing like absolute trash offensively these past several games. And again, why the hell is Josh Hart on the floor? Only God knows. What's this man doing, bro? You think you're in the Bahamas, bro? Get your stupid ass up. Anywho's, OG Anunoby attacking to the basket. This is a play that I hate now. He can't think that if he was going to try to split the defense and catch KP on an off foot, fine, but you go around KP. KP, again, is an excellent rim defender. What did you think was going to happen when you got to the basket, OG? And this is where we talk about is like smarts. Now, I wish OG just his body pause, like he can't really jump and turn and twist like that. This, and I don't advocate for it, but this is a perfect time to have a freaking jump pass. Because I would see KP and be like, yeah, I really don't want to deal with that. And I would just turn around, jump pass, and make it to Cat. Well, you know, Cat likes to take these shots from up top here, from the top of the key, because it's safe. Because he can't make high-level decisions. So you got to make decisions for Cat. Yay, Cat, meow, meow. Dumbass mother. Anyway, but this is where you will love for OG to just stop the dribble. Now, sometimes he turns, he'll spin and, you know, keep his pivot and look for the pass outside. And Cat is already crashing the basket. Now, that's probably Cat's best decision in that half. To crash the boards to help out OG, thinking that he's going to go up. Even though I would, not to nitpick, so I'm not going to kill Cat for this one. I'll put a lot of this on OG. Would have loved Cat to actually just split out here to the wing. Would be even more open versus crashing the boards. You know what, F that. Yeah, Cat made a dumb decision. You split out. You move over to the wing and provide that point to OG. Because OG's looking at freaking KP's sweaty Latvian freaking arms. Right? Is he Latvian and Serbian? Man, so the Serbians, man. So the Latvians. So I have nothing against Latvians. But OG would have probably seen it, you know, would have hesitated, seen Cat, who should be calling for it. Brunson splits out a little bit more to the corner, and you get the easy pass to Cat up top here, right? But OG, again, bad play by OG, went 1 for 12 in game 5. 1 for 12 in game 5. Trying to shoot that against KP. Cat couldn't get the putback in. But just a terrible, 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 terrible play by your man OG Anunoby. He should be a lot better. Understand his limitations. He's not going to finish over KP. So that means you stop. You look for the guy on the outside, which I've seen OG do it many times. I don't have a problem with it just because, you know, he's injury prone. His body is like a robot, so you can't really twist and turn like that. But you got to be a lot smarter here, OG Anunoby. You're supposed to be smarter than Cat. Please be smarter than Cat. Especially in Game 6, please be smarter than Cat. But overall, just a sloppy, bad play by your man, OG Anunoby. Got to be better, bro. So I want to have a little fun with them, man. Because Game 5, look, man, we just got to do the Rex Ryan thing, man. Take the ball, put it under the stadium, burn it, throw it away. But just some of the play calling, bro. Like, this is what we're doing? Jalen Brunson got 5 fouls in the third quarter. Caught his last one in the fourth. But even after a review, the refs came away. Mind you, they reviewed an earlier call against the Knicks, overturned it for the Celtics. It's like, what are the refs watching? I've seen the refs over the years against the Knicks call BS after BS after BS call. And you have this play here. Jalen Brown, who's been dirty the whole game, literally driving to the guy with his left knee. Boom! What basketball play is that? And you reviewed it. It's one thing if you didn't have a review and you look at like, oh yeah, Jalen Brunson got in the way. Your man need him in the gonads. Jalen Brown, I just have respect for this dude. He's a dirty player. And I just think you got to do what you think you got to do to win the game, bro. But not in this manner. And the game's ready out. You already have it in hand. So you're trying to injure him for the next game. Look at that. In what universe, if I'm trying to drive and get past you, my knee would never go into your groin. My knee might go into your knee. It might go into your leg. It's not going to go into your groin. It doesn't even make sense. Your man is dirty, bro. But we know where that comes from, bro. We know where that comes from. We know who you've been hanging out with. You know how you like to get down, you know. Take that. Look at another play by Oblong Head over here, bro. Your man is grabbing guys in the nads. Yo, Jalen Brown, is that why you got rid of Kiersey, whatever her name is, that beautiful badass WNBA player that you were dating? You like to grab men's shafts? Yo, son, I'm not even gonna put a circle in that, bro. Nah, son, this is wild, son. This is wild Babylon, son. We gotta X that out, son. This is crazy. That's crazy work. Bro, this is what you're doing, son? Grabbing guys by the nuts to win a game, bro? Son, and he jiggled it. I don't want to review that again. Son, your man jiggled it. Yo, son, your man jiggled it, bro. He tried to yank kids out. Your man tried to yank the kid out, bro. Yo, Tom Thibodeau, your assistants, whoever the hell you got working for you, y'all need to show this to the league. This is Bush League. You grabbing a man's nuts? I wish the Knicks had enforcers. I would send PJ Tucker. I would send somebody to smack this dude up. I get a suspension. I'll serve 20 games at the beginning of next season. You literally try to yank my nuts out, and you try to hit my man's kids on the other play, bro. Like Jalen Brown, you a dirty player. You got to do this to do what, bro? To try to prove to what? You won a championship last year, right? Look at that. Grabbing on him. Nothing. Refs see this all night. Grabbing and grabbing. Even Josh Hart knew, all right, yo, this dude's a freak, so I heard about him. Grabbing his gonads, bro. Grabbing his grown... Yo, Shannon Hart, son, come get your man, bro. She probably sing, don't mess with my man. I'm going to give it to you. Here's a little advice for you. Find your own shaft. Ain't this the man I was with Diddy? Weren't you throwing it back with Diddy or no? Look, man, all I'm going to say, bro, tomorrow, on Friday, the Knicks better win Game 6. Don't even let this get a Game 7. Jalen Brown can't be doing none of this. Show this to the refs. Show the dirty plays he's doing. Show the grabbing that he's doing, the push-ups that he's been doing. He's not getting called for it. And the sad thing about this play is that Brunson's looking at, he's screaming at Josh. Josh, get open on a roll. I think he's supposed to roll to the basket or get open for the pass. And he can't. Jalen, yo, son, his whole manhood got destroyed, bro. Jalen Brown's on some Oz, bro. He's on some Adebisi type shit, man. Like, yo, your man's a freak, bro. Your man's a freak, son. Your man's son, Jalen Brown, on some funny boy stuff, bro. That's crazy, dogs. That's crazy, though. That's why your hair don't fade like that, bro. You don't got no fade to your haircut, son. You a weirdo, son. You have a whole... And you got hair, bro. I'm losing hair. You still got hair there, and you... Son. Now, Jalen Brown's a weirdo, son. Don't be surprised you don't end up in one of them Cassie parties, son. Your man is wilding, bro. Your man is really wilding. That's actually an obstruction right there. The refs, look at that. Grab his nuts. Okay, the refs don't see it. But then you grab him after that, the refs, you don't see that? You don't see a guy getting pulled? Are you serious? And Josh trying to push off away, so the refs, that shit alert like, oh, what's happening? Like, bro, they allowed to play dirty like this? I don't want to sit up here and say play dirty. I just want to win. But Lord Jesus, next year, bro, ain't like we injured Tatum. Tatum got hurt by himself, and I speedy recovery for Tatum, bro, but this ain't it. But yo, guys, let me know your comments, man. You got your man grabbing kids out here, bro. On some take that. Yeah, take that. Take them balls. That's what you want, right? Weirdo. Leave your comments, bro. I appreciate everybody who supports the channel, everybody who came out to Legends. Salute to each and every one of you, man. But yeah, your man, let's just win Game 6. I just want to see ECF. We'll see how the Pacers players. I don't want to deal with the Celtics team anymore. We're done. I'm tired. Let's just move on. We should win this. I don't want to get to Sunday. There should be no Sunday game. You know, Jesus gave us Sunday or Saturday to rest. Let us rest. Let's get out of here. But leave your comments, your thoughts. How do you feel about this awful game? Knicks really took all the fire out of everybody on Wednesday. It's your boy G-Mo Legion Knicks. I'm out.